Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Trippy Commentaries. Thanks for checking out the episode. I'm RJ. Before I get into it, quick shout out to all the new subs. I did want to let you know we're going to have a big live stream later on tonight, so make sure to sub and hit the notification bell. It'll let you know as soon as we go live this evening. Ah, yes. General Quincy T. Harris, otherwise known as Andrew Jackson. So we're starting off the episode in New Orleans, or should I say, Saint Denis. This city of Red Dead Redemption 2 is based on the most popular city in Louisiana. And even if you've never been to Louisiana, I'm pretty sure you've heard of the French Quarter. Well, this area of Saint Denis is definitely based on the French Quarter. And this particular park is Jackson Square. So there's a lot of history in Jackson Square. This guy right here, General Quincy T. Harris, is based on Andrew Jackson. It's kind of odd how it says coward on the statue. But if you've never heard of Andrew Jackson, a former president of the U.S., he is a crazy mofo. So the fact that they put coward on the statue, kind of funny, definitely a symbol of the rock star's sense of humor. We have a lot to get to in today's video. Do me a favor, hit the like button. There's some historic buildings surrounding Jackson Square, but we're going to start off with Andrew Jackson himself. He used to get in a ton of duels. He would duel pretty much anybody who would challenge him, and he would never lose. He would kill everybody. There was even somebody who tried to assassinate him. They had dual-wielding pistols, missed with both shots, and then Andrew Jackson, known as Old Hickory, beat the man down with his hickory cane. Pretty epic, definitely trippy. So we're going to get to Andrew Jackson, Jackson Square, French Quarter, and a lot more right here in Saint Denis. Let's get trippy, my friends. I do also want to give a special shout out to Mr. Slipshoe. He did a lot of research and provided information for today's episode. Much love to Slipshoe. If you guys ever want to reach out to me, just hit me up on Twitter at TrippyComs. We also have a Discord, which is for the members here at the channel, the Trippy Club. So if you want to be part of the Trippy Club, just hit the join button. Once you join, it'll give you a link, which will take you to our Discord. So here it is, the real Jackson Square, looking almost identical. I'm going to show you the statue in a moment. But first you have to take a look at the cathedral, which is right behind Jackson Square. That is a very haunted location. It's also in Red Dead Redemption 2, only Rockstar has repurposed it to the City Hall. More on that later on in the video. Welcome to Jackson Square. You can see the layout, pretty much the same. This is one of the most busy places you will go in all of New Orleans. And even today, it continues to thrive, considering it goes so far back. In 1815, there was a battle right here at the square. And then, of course, with Andrew Jackson, the general, he won the battle, and they renamed it into Jackson Square. Just shows you, history is written by the winners. What used to be a bloody battlefield is now a park and a tourist attraction. I find that kind of ironic. So Andrew Jackson is the most controversial and polarizing president of all time. I know it's hard to believe, especially nowadays, but it's probably true. You can find his face on the $20 bill. Now, he went to battle as a very young child, as young as 12 years old. He was out there with a gun. I find that very messed up. He was even taken as a POW. He was then shot in the arm. Now, back then, if you were shot in the arm, there's not much they can do to help you. They're pretty much just going to cut the arm off. Now, Andrew Jackson did not go for that. Instead, he went for help from the Native Americans. They were able to help him. They saved the arm. He had two arms and became president of the United States. But then there is so much bad that can be said about Andrew Jackson. First of all, in that first year of being president, he turned his back on the Native Americans and made it legal to move them from east all the way out west. You can see why some people want the Andrew Jackson statue in Jackson Square to be removed. Really, if you think about it, Andrew Jackson is a perfect fit with the Red Dead storyline. He's a duelist, someone not to be reckoned with a very dark backstory. I think Rockstar took a lot of inspiration from Andrew Jackson with a lot of stuff going on here. Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, right next to Jackson Square, you can find the City Hall, which was a cathedral in New Orleans, but here it's kind of interesting how Rockstar repurposed a haunted cathedral, one of the most famous in the world, and made it into the City Hall. What is that carved into the building up there? I'm going to get some sleep, make it daytime. We'll come back and get a closer look at the artwork on the City Hall. Okay, so I turned down the blur strength. I'd never noticed this artwork before. Looks like it has some sort of weird texture to it. So there's a cornucopia, a woman with a mask of some kind. I think that's a dead calf. A lady with her head cut off. Maybe Blind Justice, the star on top. Let's get some more insight on the history of the Saint Louis Cathedral.
By 1763, it had fallen into such a state of disrepair that it was abandoned. Repairs were made and the church was active again until the calamitous year of 1788. That year, the river overflowed, an epidemic took many victims, and the Good Friday fire on March 21st destroyed 80% of the populated city, including the Church of St. Louis.
When it comes to the cathedral, which again has been repurposed into the City Hall in Saint Denis, there's two different ghost stories that I just wanted to mention. Starting off at Ghost City Tours. The cathedral located on Jackson Square, St. Louis Cathedral is actually the fourth cathedral built upon its current location. So right here I found this pretty trippy. Burying the dead. Prior to the newest construction of St. Louis Cathedral, the cathedral itself was used to bury some of New Orleans' most prominent citizens and members of the church. So you heard that right. Today, when you visit the St. Louis Cathedral, you're walking right over one of New Orleans' earliest cemeteries. Perhaps some of the ghosts which reportedly haunt St. Louis Cathedral as those of the men and women buried beneath the cathedral itself. After all, we know ghosts do occasionally haunt their final resting place. Interesting, so the cathedral itself is on a graveyard. That sounds pretty haunted to me. We might want to listen out for this one. Haunted Nola, the ghost of New Orleans monk Pierre Dagobert de Longoria, is one of the most frequently seen and heard spirits. Monk's ghost heard singing New Orleans praises in French Quarter on rainy days. Not every ghost that haunts New Orleans is some malevolent specter paying for their evil deeds in the afterlife or lingering victim of a tragic demise. One particular ghost is a heroic, singing 18th century icon who clearly loves New Orleans too much to leave it. Now, I have noticed when going to Jackson Square or Harris Square in Red Dead Redemption 2, normally it will start to rain. It makes me wonder, maybe even this ghost is represented in the game. You never know what we're going to find, and there are so many more ghost stories that you can read up on. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Check this out. It's not even raining, but you can see droplets coming down from City Hall. Interesting. Make sure to stay tuned. Don't forget, we also have a live stream coming up later on tonight. Hit the like button, sub if you are new, hit the notification bell, and as always, make sure to stay trippy, my friends. Adios, General Quincy. Y'all come back now, you hear?